So 6 months ago, I started my challenge of producing one track every week. And it was also then when I started this YouTube channel. So I felt like it's a good time now to reflect a little bit and to just share with you 3 things that I learned so far on this challenge that might be valuable for you as well. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jonas Fasching. I'm a music producer from Switzerland. And on this channel, I'm just sharing my journey as a music producer and human being. Last week, we just crossed 500 subscribers on this channel, and it really fills me with joy to think about every individual person who is on the other end of this camera watching these videos and maybe learns a thing here and there or just gets inspired by it. And yeah, I just want to thank you for being here. And if you're not yet subscribed, it's a good time to do this right now. So the first key takeaway that I want to share with you is that the original idea almost matters the most for the outcome of the song. Now, this holds true for the music that I make, but it can also be completely different for the music that you make. And what I mean with that is that a melody or a chord progression or a specific combination of instrument often makes a song better than other ones that I made before. And often this original idea comes at the very beginning of the production process. So when I open up a empty DAW or when I just sit down at the piano to jam around a little bit, that's where the most basic ideas get formed. And what I learned is that this stage is kind of magical and hard to force. Sometimes I start a song and after 3 hours or more, I just still have nothing really with any value for me. So I just delete everything again. And sometimes I just sit down and it just flows. So I think these original ideas, they just come to me when they want to. And my job is to be ready when they are coming. So it is often just a matter of exposing myself to the possibility that today might be a day where an original idea comes to me. I recently got really inspired by the book The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. Maybe you know this book. And in there he also talks about this idea. I really liked this book because it was quite short and super practical, and the ideas that are written in this book, I think about them quite often when I'm creating something. So one sentence that he wrote in this book is, "The most important thing about art is to work. Nothing else matters except sitting down every day and trying." Now, I think this is resonating with me because I am doing this as my profession, but I think you can also do art as a hobby or without this attitude and still create great art. But for me, this sentence really rang a bell, and it might sound forceful or harsh, but I really think that I have to be ready when the inspiration comes to me. And yeah, because it doesn't come every day. So the second thing that I want to share is that it actually really helps me to listen to my songs again a few days after I finish them. So when I finish a song, I also just like to let it rest for a bit. And when I decide to release it, I will open the project again and re-listen to it with completely fresh ears. It's sometimes really crazy how my ears get used to a song when I hear it all the time. So having a little bit of distance really helps me also to hear things more clearer. Last week I was talking to a friend about music production, and he said something that also really resonated with me, and it was something like, if I'm working on a track for too long and I'm listening to it over and over again, I start to feel satisfied with it somehow, and I don't listen critically anymore, and I just accept the things as they are. And this actually also really holds true for me because I try not to listen to a song too much when I'm not in the studio. Otherwise, I'm just getting used to the arrangement and to all the imperfections that are still there, and I'm just starting to accept the song as it is, even though it might not be finished yet. Do you know what I mean? I mean, of course, it's also nice to listen to a song after you made it and, for example, listen to it in a car or something, or in another environment also helps you to hear other things. But, you know, if you do this process too often, I just feel like I cannot listen critically anymore. The third lesson that I want to share with you is maybe a bit more personal, and yeah, maybe also just a note to myself, but maybe you can relate with it. And that is that the time that I spent outside of the studio has actually a big influence on my creativity. because I think that inspiration also comes from experiences in life. So learning new tools, new methods, new techniques, super important. But also going outside, going for a walk, going into nature, going to a concert, or having a deep and meaningful conversation with a friend. I think these things are also very important as an artist. And yeah, maybe we sometimes underestimate these things and also the influence they have on our creativity. And that's actually also a reason why I started my newsletter, Creative Monday. It's a place where I share once a week just the things that inspired me or that I made. And yeah, just 3 things that I feel like are worth sharing with you. And this forces me to seek these new experiences, these techniques, these tools, these things that just fuel my creativity. So yeah, as a conclusion, I want to say that for my next 6 months, I want to strive for excellence, improving and helping others. I want to work when it's time to work and rest when it's time to rest. And most importantly, I just want to have fun. Thanks for watching.